Alrighty, hello, YouTube. I'm glad it didn't take too long today because sometimes the live take a minute. I am pretty tired today, and I hope everyone else is doing pretty well. And how you doing, Facebookers? Um, my energy's low compared to last week, so I am gonna make this pretty quick so that I can take some time to continue to rest and take care of myself, as I always share that. Self care is very, very essential, and we're going to talk about triggers today and discuss how certain words. Oh, interesting. I just noticed something, but that's okay. But how certain situations, words, and memories can bring up pain from your past and how to handle them with grace and self care. So obviously, we all know that triggers a lot of times they kind of come out of nowhere. Maybe it's a word, a place, a smell, or even a song. Oh my goodness, y'all. There are some songs I do not listen today. I do not listen to today for a variety of reasons of like certain people I was in contact with, and it just kind of triggers that memory of like, yeah, I don't want to remember that. And sometimes it makes it feel as if it just happened yesterday, and then all of a sudden you're back in a moment that you thought you healed from. You thought you were doing just fine, but then you have to start the process to start your journey of healing. But the truth is, trigger doesn't mean that you're a broken person. They just mean that you're human. And I cannot stress that enough. We're all going to go through our roller coaster through life, the hills, the valleys, etc., etc. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Triggers are reminders of past experience that bring up emotional or physical reactions. They can make you feel a little anxious, overwhelmed, or even unsafe. And a lot of times, for me in my past, when I was triggered, there was moments in my life that I had some panic attacks, or I'm sorry, some anxiety attacks. Those are really scary. It makes me feel like I can't breathe. Um, and the last one I had was about 3 weeks ago or so. And I figured out what was going on. So I prayed to God what was up. Hey Panica, how you doing, sis? Yo, hey, both of our birthdays coming up. How you doing, girl? So anyways, but just because something triggers you doesn't mean you haven't made progress. Um, and healing is not just about never being triggered at all. It's about learning how to handle them when they come. And so here's how you can handle those triggers. Because I told you this is going to be really short. I'm going to be on, I'm going to be off. First and foremost, it's important to take, hey, it's important to pause and breathe. When a trigger shows up, take a deep breath. A lot of times when I'm reading my Bible, it reminds me to take those deep breaths. So sometimes it's one, sometimes it's three, sometimes it's five, because I just need a moment of time with myself. The best self-care is being just by myself sometimes, and remind yourself that you are safe now, and the past is not happening. The past is no longer here in the present, obviously. But then the second thing I would say is to name it, say it out loud, write it down, use a journal, share that it's reminding you of something painful, but I'm not in that moment anymore. And naming it is like, gaining your power back of like, yup, I'm gonna fight back type of thing. And having a coping plan. So, um, Walker Through Life is the name of my business. And a lot of times I remind women that it's good to write that stuff down, to just get everything, just like do a brain dump and just write stuff down. And you can even step out for some fresh air, and listening to calm music, or just reach out to a friend. You get that one friend and be like, yo, we need to talk because today is not my day and I'm struggling. And then find what helps you come back to today. Because I don't know if you can relate to this, but there's been moments that I'm at work or maybe hanging out with some family or friends, and my body is present but mentally I'm not present, and I just don't think that that's very healthy at all. So when you find yourself in that mindset, either journal it, talk to a friend, um or do what you got to do to help you out within that moment. Give yourself grace. It's okay, you're on a healing journey. Don't don't be hard on yourself. I am the type of person that sometimes I can be hard on myself, and I am reminded not to be so hard on myself. We're only human, and you should be reminded to just be kind to yourself, love on yourself, give yourself a hug, because all you got at the end of the day. You're the one who's taking care of yourself, of your body, And triggers don't mean that you're failing; they just mean that you're still healing, and that's okay. Pray and lean on faith. I can't stress out enough. I'm a believer in God, not ashamed of that. And God sees your pain. He knows what you're going through. And he knows that you want to heal. So you don't have to carry that burden alone, that big old backpack that feels very heavy to you. You don't have to carry that. Surrender your hurt to him. And that's one of the most steps that you can take toward peace, to have a peace of mind. So if you've been struggling with triggers, like I'm sure we all have at some point in our life, I want you to know that it's not weak. You're not weak. You're not broken, and you're not alone. Okay. You are healing, and that takes incredible strength. So let's just talk about it in the comments. If you are open to share maybe what you've been struggling with, then let's show each other some love. Let's support one another. Thank you for joining me on this live, everybody. I'll see you later, Panica. Hey, Lisa, I see you, girl. I saw you when you was on here. I just have to stay focused. But everyone have a blessed night. I'm gonna go take care of myself. I am very exhausted. So I'm taking another day for me. So all right, y'all. Have a blessed night. Bye.